Hey everybody, hope you enjoyed the blog post about Alex Rodriguez. I just figured I would come on, and I'm kind of speaking just extemporaneously right now, not off anything written or prepared. Just I know a lot of people have been kind of asking me like what my whole thoughts are on Alex Rodriguez, and just kind of analyze, put my own thoughts. I didn't really put my own thoughts into the article that I just wrote, but so I just maybe just if you want to hear my own thoughts on the situation on him, I'm just gonna talk about him right now. He's a piece of trash. That's pretty much the bottom line. He's embarrassed the Yankees. He's embarrassed himself. I mean, he sat in front of Katie Couric in 60 Minutes and talked about how he had never taken steroids. 2 years later, about 2 years later, um, he gets busted, and he comes clean and sits in front of the Yankees, and people were really quick to forgive him because I even remember Buster Olney of ESPN talking about how if he had to vote for the Hall of Fame, even after A-Rod had admitted taking steroids, Buster Olney even said, I would vote for A-Rod right now because he admitted what he'd done. He's he's changed. He's a better person. He's like, I'm voting for him. I think Buster Olney. I think so highly of him, but I think you ask him today if he'd vote for him. There's no chance in hell A-Rod is going to the Hall of Fame. Um, what can you say about this whole thing? It's ridiculous. And he never changed his ways because he got busted again for steroids, and he lied again. He sat in front of Mike Francesa on WFAN. Mike asked him in a million different ways, have you ever done this, A-Rod? Have you ever, have you ever done steroids? A-Rod, nope, Mike, I didn't, nope, denied the whole thing. And then he gets, this whole thing yesterday, with the DEA. He comes out and he's a piece of trash, and he's an embarrassment to the Yankees. And every single Yankee fan has heard for years, A-Rod is a fraud. Well, now I understand what they mean. He really is a fraud. He's nothing more than a pathological liar, and he's tarnished everything about what the Yankees stand for. And I don't know what else to say. There's just nothing really else to say. I think so low of him. I would like for the Yankees to try and get rid of him somehow. If there's a way to get him off the team, get him off. Get rid of him. Because he's a virus and a distraction, and now and this is terrible. I mean, he's the only person, I think, in sports that can go away for an entire year, and then it's not even the next year. We're not even in 2015 yet. And he's not even back yet, even though he's reinstated in baseball. And he's already, he can go away for an entire year. Not even the season hasn't even started yet, and he comes back mired probably in more controversy than he was before he left. I mean, how do you even do that? It's ridiculous. I don't want. I mean, they talked about it a lot, yesterday on the radio shows. He's not going to be the same kind of baseball player he was, from the past, when he was hitting home runs and he was healthy. He's never going to play another full season again. Let's just be real here. I honestly hope he shows up to spring training. His surgically repaired hips, go on him. He's not able to play, and the Yankees are just able to say sayonara, because this is, every single question that, Joe Girardi is going to have to, answer is going to be about A-Rod. Every single player on that team, and that team has no identity. Derek Jeter's gone. Mariano Rivera's gone. They haven't made the postseason in 2 years. They don't know who they are. They don't know what they have. And every single one of these players, Brian McCann, who's never even played with A-Rod, Jacoby Ellsbury, who's never even played with A-Rod, all the Beltran, who's never even played with A-Rod, all these guys are going to have to answer questions about him, and it's not going to be pretty. So, I don't see him performing up to the level that the Yankees would want him to. I mean, he's going to be 40 years old next year. I mean, how many 40-year-olds can really dominate in Major League Baseball? I mean, there was Roger Clemens, but he also took steroids, so, he just needs to go away and just go away for good, because it's kind of like I said, in the last graph of the story, like, what's the next sword he's going to pull out of the stone? Like, what next? What is next? Like, I don't even want to know what's next. I just want him to be gone and not have to deal with what's next, and I think that's my feeling. I think that's the feeling of a lot of fans, and there are going to be fans who are going to stick by him, and that's fine. Whatever, but just know that to the fans that are sticking by him, well, he's a piece of crap, and he lied to you, and he lied to everybody, and he's a fraud. And, I'm finally seeing that, and I've stuck up for him a lot, especially after 2009. I stuck up for him when he hit his 600th home run in 2010. I wrote something about how it's probably not all that tainted because, he was off steroids by then, but he wasn't off steroids. I mean, he's, the record is tainted. He's not a real, he's not any better than Barry Bonds now, or Sammy Sosa. He's never going to change. And there's really not much else to say. It's just, he's lost all of my respect as a, as a Yankee blogger, as a journalist, whatever. I just wish the Yankees could somehow find a way. Just find a way to get. I don't even think the Yankees want him anymore, because why would you want him? Who wants this guy? He's like Terrell Owens. When Terrell Owens went to the Cowboys in, I think it was 2006, I kept saying, why? What is the purpose? Why are you bringing this guy to the team? And he didn't last. And it's the same, thing with the Yankees right now. Why are you bringing this guy back? He's not going to help you. He's going to be a total and complete distraction. And he's a piece of crap. That's about it. So, that's pretty much my whole feeling on it. That's just my opinion. For anybody who wants to know, A-Rod, go away.